Good morning, students. Welcome to Mary Mata Public School. Standard 12th, subject Computer Study. Lesson number 2, Cascading Style Sheets and JavaScript. Part 1. Today's chapter, that is a 2 point. First is a cascading style sheets and second is a JavaScript. So today's I have explained first topic, cascading style sheet. What is a cascading style sheet? That means a CSS. How to use of a CSS and how to create a web page in CSS style sheets. Let us start. Cascading style sheets. CSS, that means cascading style sheets. That is a full form of CSS. CSS allows you to specify styles for the visual elements of the websites. It helps us to keep the information content of a document separate from the details of how to display it. This detail of how to display the document is known as a style. Styles specify the appearance of a particular page elements on the screen. Keeping the style separate from the content help us to avoid a duplication in coding, use the same content with different style for different purpose. Third, easy maintenance of code. In HTML, for example, if we want contents of some paragraph tag P to appear in bold, then we have to insert the bold tag, that means B. Every time the P tag appears in the source code, if the website is large, repeating the tag every time becomes tedious and time consuming. But using CSS, we can set all elements type to appear in a style as per our choice. So even if we have more number of p tags in the website, using CSS we can set the style for all the p tags at once. Thus we can say that HTML is used to describe the information content of the document and not the style, while CSS describes the style of the elements in the document and not its content. Using CSS, we can control the font types, font elements color, page space, margin, and element position in our website. So that is the introduction of CSS. Next is a syntax of CSS. The syntax of CSS consists of special symbol known as the rules. A CSS rules has two main parts. First is a selector and one or more declarations. The selector is the HTML element on which you want to apply the style. Declaration consists of a property associated with the HTML elements used in selector and its corresponding value. The general syntax of CSS is defined selector, curly brackets, property, colon, and then value, brackets over. This is the syntax of CSS. And the example of h1 curly brackets color colon and then pink and brackets over. That means h1 is a selector, color is a property, and pink is a value. So we can easily add CSS using Composer. Let us learn how to add CSS to a web page in Composer. To make sure that Composer use CSS by default, click Edit menu and then Preferences. This will open option dialog box and then select the general category on the left side of the window. Select the checkbox use CSS style instead of HTML element and attributes. If it is not selected, Composer will now use the CSS styling instead of HTML to format the text. We want to design a website and the heading on all the web pages should follow a particular style. For example, all the heading 1 h1 inside in the web page should follow the styles and given font equals to Times New Roman, case equals to uppercase, element equals to center align, background color equals to light blue, and border equals to dotted border. And follow the steps given to create the CSS for the above headings. Yes, first open a new file and give the title name and save the file. In the composition toolbar, select the cascade button. If the file is not saved, the page title dialog box will be open after giving the page title and save the file. This will open the dialog box figure. Using this dialog box, we will define the style for each elements. Click on the first radio button. Style applied to all the elements of type. That is a picture of CSS styles dialog box. From the drop down menu, choose an element to create the style rules. As we want to create a style for heading 1, and we have select h1 heading 1 from the drop down menu as shown in figure. Click the create style rules button and you will see that the CSS style sheets dialog box and remain open button option will change. And the next topic figure, the h1 element just below the heading in left side panel and the internal style sheet on the left pane on the window. For each element we add a style rules will appear in this list below the heading internal style sheets. On the right side of the window you will see various tasks like a general tab, text tab, background tab, borders tab, box tab, list tab, and oral. Each of these tabs can be used to give a specific style to the elements, but all the tabs may not be applicable to the selector for which the style rules is created. Now let us create the style rules for h1 selector. That is a CSS style sheets dialog box with the option for h1. And next steps, select h1 in the left pane of the window and click the text tab as shown in figure. This will show various style options like font family, font size, line height, color, case, alignment, and many more. That is a text tab. We'll now select the option as per the styles required for H1 in the font family section. Select the predefined radio button and choose Times New Roman from the drop down menu, and choose uppercase from the case menu, and center from the alignment menu, and this figure is show the option selected as you change the option, and you can see the default text in the window change automatically according to the styles. Next is a background. To change the background, to set the background color, and select the background tab. This will open the option for the background as shown in figure. That is a background tab. And then next, color. In the color option, click the color palette button, and these options block background color dialog box as shown in figure. Select the color of your choice and press OK button. And you have also choose a color. The color combination code is a hexadecimal code, and hexadecimal code before hash sign, and the 6 digit is a hexadecimal code. That is a color combinations block background color dialog box. And the next, background tab. After selecting the color, if you want to keep an image in the background, then in the image option and click the choose file and select the file for the background. That is a option select in background tab for H1. You can choose a background image. So if you want to keep an image in the background, then in the image option and click on choose file and select the file for the background. That is a background tab. And then next, to set border, select the border tab, and this will open the option for the border as shown figure. If you want to apply the same border on all the 4 sides, tick the checkbox in front of the text. All 4 sides use same border styles. You will see that only one option, top, will be enabled, and all others are disabled. This is because the effect made on a single side will be applied on all the 4 sides. From the drop down menu of styles, select dotted. You can also specify the width and the color of the border as per your choice, and we can also see the preview of the border styles used by us and press OK button. That is a option selecting border tab for H1. And then there are more options available if you select the other tab in the window, but in our example we require only the select option for applying style to H1. Click on the general tab. This will show the CSS code which is generated as shown in figure. If you know HTML coding, you can also edit the code. Style rules, selector H1, border style dotted, background color, text align center, text transfer uppercase, font family equals to Times New Roman. That is a general tab showing the CSS code. We have created the style to be applied to h1 tag, we can use the same procedure to create a style for any other element in the web page. To add other element, click on the arrow of CSS button. In the upper left corner of the CSS styles sheets dialog box, choose style rules, and from the drop down menu, after adding the styles rules for all the elements, click OK button. Uh, let us know Let us now use the CSS created for h1 tag in a web page. In format toolbar 1, select the heading 1 and then option to insert a heading in the page. When you select the heading 1 option, your cursor will automatically be placed in the center of the web page, and type some text. The text will appear in the uppercase with font style Times New Roman. So a web page that use heading 1 text with CSS applied to it. So now wherever you insert heading 1 in any of the web page, the style will remain the same for all. That is a CSS applied to the text in the web page. That is a CSS style rules. Gujarat Tourism is a tax and apply CSS. And then next, select the source tab at the bottom of the window to view the CSS style sheets code and figure. So the CSS code in the head section of the page source code. That is a CSS code in the source view. This CSS code is generated automatically. You have seen in the page source code. That is creating a CSS style rules example. Next topic is a advantage of CSS. From the above discussions, we can say that CSS allow us to set the format of the website without changing the underlying structure. By separating the layout and format properties of the website from the underlying logical structure, we can make change to the website without the fear of accidentally changing the data. The web designer's job is made easier as to change the styles of an element. He only needs to make modification in the CSS file, and since we have to set the style for each element only once, the CSS has less code compared to that in HTML, and thus the web page will load faster. Using CSS make website designing quick and efficient. That is the advantage of CSS. And last topic, disadvantage of CSS. The CSS compatibility varies with different browsers. This means that some of the style sheets feature are not supported by the browser, and the style cannot be displayed as per the user's design. But nowadays the latest browser version are more standard and compliant, and the compatibility issue has reduced. That means the advantage of disadvantage of CSS. Okay friends, first topic is over, cascading style sheets. and remaining part, the JavaScript topic number 2, I will discussing in next session. Stay home, stay safe. Thank you.